Hello, Melda. Albie Weeks sent me.
Did he now? Still tinkering with his broom upgrade, no doubt. I tried to help him once. He nitpicked my flying technique, and that was the end of that. The nerve. Why is he roping you into his broom testing silliness? You've barely started flying from what I know. Caught wind of you showing off in flying class with Clopton.
Seems someone's jealous of my skills on a broom.
Me? Slytherin Quidditch captain. Jealous of you? Everyone knows that class is only for beginners, troublemakers, and bumbling baboons. But for some reason, now people think you're competition. Ugh, I can't be having that.
Perhaps I am competition.
You can't be what passes for Slytherin these days. Pfft, ragged old hat's dropping its standards. Enough of this. Only one way to find out who's the better flyer. I hold one of the fastest times on this course. Let's see if you can beat it. Slytherin versus Slytherin.
Can you tell me more about these courses?
Stalling, 5th year. Fine, I'll humour you. This course demands focus. Requires you to anticipate speed and height before every turn. The others test stamina. 3 courses in all, built ages ago by former students. Since Black cancelled Quidditch, it was these courses or nothing. I made them popular again. Got the whole school hungry to compete. So, let's see what you've got, 5th year.
Actually, why not? I can beat your record.
I'm so looking forward to seeing you lose.
Made it! Brilliant!
That's not... You must have cheated, you... Ugh! Fine. You won. Don't think this is over. You can't determine skill from one single trial.
Surely my win means something.
You're not terrible, but you're still going to have to prove yourself if you want to earn my respect.
I don't want respect from the likes of you. All you do is insult people.
You and everyone else need to get a thicker skin. Anyway, I'm moving on to the next course. It's near Irondale and offers a much tougher challenge. You can try to prepare by racing this course again. Just check in at the podium, where the leaderboard is. You can check your time and start the race. We'll see next time if your win here was more than just a fluke. Whilst on an errand for Albie Weeks.
第二話 The cross-wands duelist to beat.
I suspect Mr. Weeks will be glad to hear how I fared. Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
Can't imagine how I felt as a boy.
Oh, you're back! With something to report, I hope?
Mr. Weeks, I was able to set a record on my broom.
Incredible! Miss Reyes must have been shocked. Tell me, how was the broom?
A little turbulent and is wanting for a bit of speed, but it fared well enough. I will say that it tended to drift a bit to the left on certain turns. Heard a slight swoosh when I dipped.
Oh, thank you. That's precisely what I needed to know. Drifted, eh? I shall get to work immediately. Even the naysayers will be forced to admit that my work's had potential all along.
Why would anyone doubt your ability to upgrade brooms?
No, you'd be surprised. People get set in their ways, worry that fiddling with what's working fine will somehow ruin it. Those people don't appreciate the sense of freedom that comes with quality broom flight, nor do they appreciate all that's involved in the creative process. I have a friend in Rome runs a shop like mine, says it's worse there. Of course, they do nap in the afternoons from what I hear. And where would we be without enhancements? I mean, if Elliot Smethwick had let the naysayers get to him, we would never have had the cushioning charm. I don't listen to them.
I'm excited to hear more.
I have a very good feeling about this upgrade. I guarantee you'll be pleased. Expect to hear from me soon. How to address the issue of altitude as it relates to speed? What are we looking for today? Welcome back. I've arranged a special price on the broom upgrade for you. I truly appreciate all of your help. Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again. Hello again. I've got spectacular news. The broom upgrade's ready. Stop by the shop when you can. Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again. You'll be thrilled with that broom, I promise you. Thanks for stopping by. I must tell you, half of Hogsmeade's been by the shop asking about rumours of a broom upgrade. Without the information you provided, my work would have taken twice as long. Thank you again. It may sound ambitious, but I've already begun work on another upgrade, more difficult to perfect than the last. I wondered, would you be interested in joining forces again? There's another course near Irondale that Miss Reyes has mastered. If you were to test this first upgrade there, it may help me as I develop the next. Oh, you'll consider it, won't you?
What more can you tell me about the next course?
It's just a jaunt from here, south of Hogsmeade. Beautiful mountain views. The course was designed to test flyer stamina. Some of your classmates mentioned they were headed there, eager to see what Imelda has in store. A bit surprising, considering many of them expressed reticence at the idea of racing against her at all. I hope that won't deter you, and you'll give the course a go. At least think on it.
Sounds as if you're really outdoing yourself. If I'm able to help, I will.
Thank you. I know this recent success was only the beginning of what I can do for Broomflight. Report back as soon as you can, and we'll be off to the races.
Off to the races, then. Hogsmeade, here I come.
I'll have taken your life before you even realize it.
Here we are. Mr. Weeks wasn't wrong about the mountain views.
If it isn't the second best Slytherin.
Hello, Imelda. So, another trial?
Of course it's another trial. And you'd better be taking part.
So what? You finally scared everyone else away?
Oh, I have plenty of challengers. They're just not very good. No one sets records by wishing for them. And I need strong competition to stay on top of my game. Are you going to try to beat my flying record or not?
Strong competition? Could that have been a compliment, Imelda?
Go ahead, believe what you want. Makes no difference. Compliments make people soft. No one goes round telling me I did a fine job. Do I care? No. I say I'm the best and that's all I need. So please, try to beat my record, 5th year, and don't be disappointed when you lose.
I'm ready to fly.
Finally, a decent challenge.
That was acceptable. Brilliant. Now that's more like it.
You've improved, I must admit. That was a bloody good run. Be careful. Earn a reputation for talent around here, and some people get put out about it.
Sounds like you're speaking from experience.
Yes, well, I am. Anyway, you didn't do abysmally. I can't deny that. But you'll not have the same luck on the South Coast course.
You said your reputation for talent put some people out. Like whom?
If you must know, I've had to deal with jealousy from members of our house. When we were first years, Nerida Roberts and I spent loads of time on our brooms, pledged to fly every day. As my skill on a broom grew, rapidly I might add, Nerida suddenly didn't have time for flying practice. I tried to give her pointers, but she didn't have the natural ability I did. Clearly, she was jealous. Poor thing spends all her time now dawdling by the lake, obsessed with mer people. won't even learn to swim. I refuse to downplay my talents to coddle someone else's fragile ego. Anyway, I need to ready the next course. Stop by when it's ready, if you can handle it.
We'll see, won't we? Till next time.
I half expected you to back down. Rest on your laurels. See you at the South Coast trial, if you don't lose your nerve. To race this course again, visit the podium with the leaderboard, where you can start the race and check your time. I'll be unrivaled.
Another successful flight. I should let Mr. Weeks know. Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
Back from your latest flight? I want to hear all the particulars.
Good news, Mr. Weeks. With your upgrade, I was able to set a new record at the Irondale course.
Brilliant! I knew the upgrade had fantastic potential. How did your broom feel?
It rides well. Does get a tad shaky at top speed, and the handle wobbles a bit when I hit a strong gust of wind.
Ah, yes. I see. I think I know how to address that. Thank you. I owe you one.
If it means another upgrade, the pleasure's all mine.
You sound as determined as I am to improve broom flight. It's a joy to have a collaborator like yourself. If I'm right, and I do hope I am, you'll be hearing good news from me soon. Thank you again, truly. What are we looking for today?
Mr. Weeks and I do make a good team.
What are we looking for today? Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again.
Revelio. Alohomora. Revelio. Revelio.
Just let me know if there's something in particular you're looking for. A pleasure doing business with you. Let me know if there's anything else I can do to help.
Hello there. Nice to see you.
Revelio. Hello, Miss Ryan. I wanted to thank you again for your help with Rookwood and Harlow the day of the troll attack.
Sirona, please. And I was happy to help. Oh, those two are nothing but trouble. Glad you and your friend were here when they found you.
I am too. You were speaking to a goblin here that day.
Yes, Lodgok. He's a friend.
I was surprised that you seemed friendly with a goblin.
I've known him for years. We met when I was waiting tables here as a student, well before I bought the place. He was cordial enough, but we weren't friends then. His mistrust of wizard kind ran deep.
But you're friends now?
We are. Hadn't seen him in years when he came in a few months ago. But he recognized me instantly, which is more than I can say for some of my own classmates. Took them a second to realize I was actually a witch, not a wizard. Not all goblins are like Ranrock and his loyalists. Lodgok is as worried as the rest of us about what's been going on.
In that case, I'd like to talk with him. About Ranrock in particular. Where might I find him?
I assume your interest is to do with the rumors I've heard about Ranrock working with our friend Rookwood.
It is.
If he's not here, you might find him doing business at the Hog's Head. He's a trusted metal trader. You should mention that we spoke. He can, understandably, be wary of witches and wizards, even ones as young as you. That said, if you're looking for information on Ranrock to help rein him in, you'll find an ally in Lodgok.
Have you heard what Ranrock and Rookwood are working on together?
Not much more than the fact that they seem to have some sort of uneasy alliance. Friendship between wizards and goblins is rare enough, but between those two, they each want something the other has. I can guarantee it. That said, I fear they're like a two-headed serpent. Both will need to be taken down to stop whatever scheme they've been plotting.
You seemed unfazed by Rookwood and Harlow the other day. They don't scare you.
They're bullies. Plain and simple. Never tolerated them in my own life, and certainly won't tolerate them going after my friends. Don't misunderstand me. They're dangerous wizards and shouldn't be trifled with. They should, however, be confronted and reminded, whenever possible, that the rest of us have each other's backs.
Thank you, Sirona.
If you find Lodgok, please give him my best. I don't know what you've done to make such powerful enemies, but please, watch your back.
What's the point of toiling if it can be done with magic? When I need to replenish my herbology supplies, I go to Timothy Teasdale at the Magic Neep. Easier on my nerves than dogweed and death cap. Less poison and fewer spikes.
Hogsmeade's always charming, of course, but at
Wonder how I get on working as a referee for professional Quidditch matches. It's in my blood, you know. My mother's family comes from just outside Quidditch. We could use a few more house elves in my house. Well, it's not one thing, it's the other. Hengist of Woodcroft certainly knew how to plan a city. My advice when dealing with untoward matters is in for a Canut, in for a galleon.
have made life hard for us since the dawn of time.
I prefer to do my own housework. I have a warrant, for goodness sake.
Morgan Le Fay got an unearned reputation, if you ask me.
It's a good thing we have auras, is all I'm saying.
Has there ever been a vampire worth knowing?
You'll not cast successfully if you don't first see it happen in your own mind.
Those that go to Azkaban never had a chance in the first place.
I can always rely on my Patronus to keep me safe. At least I think so.
Oh, I'm working. Working on not working.
Could have sworn I saw one of the Hogwarts ghosts wandering near the graveyard the other day. Very strange.
Oh, will there ever be another wizard as peculiar as Uric the Oddball?
I honestly don't know how two herbology shops can prosper in one village. People must be brewing an inordinate amount of potions.
I've always thought that if the four founders had got on better, Hogwarts wouldn't have fostered such intense house rivalries. Still, does make for an exciting Quidditch season. When there is one.
I'd be nice to reach out to the Muggles for a change. Think of the good we can do.
Oh, hard work and good luck go hand in hand. And the odd chance.
I told my nieces I'd leave my grandmother's silver cauldron to whichever one of them looked after me in my old age. They've each taken to checking in on me weekly, which is very nice, of course, but I'd say it's a bit too soon.
My truth couldn't be more different. If I didn't know better, I'd say one had been twisted first.
I so enjoy chatting to Thomas Brown, but I'll never understand his fixation with Muggle Christmas carols. Perhaps it's the antiquated language that fascinates him, or the melodious digs.
Conjured anything my daughter wanted. Quite forgotten she did. Had a bit of a rude awakening her first days at Hogwarts. No one catering to her every whim.
The man who looks too smart. That's what my mother always said.
Glimpse of some muggles the other day hitting a little white ball around a large mowed field. Muggles sport seemed about as exciting as a bowl of porridge.
I dare say the most charming thing about Hogsmeade is its distinct lack of muggles.
Magic didn't get where he is by sitting on his hands.
stop the thief in their tracks of stupid like. Or just run, of course.
My eldest son is sweet on a muggle boy that lives near his sister. I've nothing against it, man, but I told him to make sure he's looked for himself and not his
An honest
mother.
day's work for an honest sickle. That's my creation.
Myself, I'm less than comfortable being waited on by anyone, especially anyone else with no choice in that show. Extend armor can disarm a dark beast, no doubt. But then,
The battle
Please?
still hasn't quite come to stride.
not much for the dark arts that frightens me as long as I have me on. I did see Professor Lucy yesterday. She was stopping by Toddington Square.
Well, the teachers would say.
I'd imagine she was organising spellcraft for some of the new students to work with unicorns. It was a wind that passed.
I'd take up herbology if it didn't involve so much dung.
Oh, if any dark wizards come around helping me, I'll give them something to sniff at. I was top of my class all through my years at Hogwarts.
Have any of you been by Calliope Snelling's lately? Does wonders for us.
Can't imagine how muggles get by without magic.
Not saying any
Almost
of you
makes me
need
feel a
it.
bit guilty.
Merely suggesting.
Those of us who were raised properly can pick up after ourselves. We don't need a house elf to do it.
What do you suppose muggles would make of our dependence upon house elves?
Levioso and Stupefy combined should put any brute in their place.
Such an entrepreneur, that young man.
Only a hairy-hearted sod would cast
If I
Pretender
had
on a
a
cow.
nut for every grapphorn I chased off.
If any dark wizards come around Hogsmeade, I'll give them something to sniff at.
Muggles have made life hard for us since the dawn of time.
Ellie Peck certainly knows her beasts. Stopped me from blindly buying Neasel fur when she knew that what I needed was Niffler fur.
Still fits. Good ancestry, that is.
Never can decide where to go for butterbeer, the hog's head or the three broomsticks. Both have their charms, to be sure. Of course, it's always a treat to see Serona, so the three broomsticks usually wins out.
They don't seem to get along well, do they, Muggles?
My children have been getting on my last nerve of late.
Like wizard
Come to
trolls.
this, come to that.
We're far more civilized.
That said, I'd stand before a grapphorn for them.
A spot of failure is a good thing. Builds character.
If it thinks it's got half a chance, a werewolf would be on you like both.
Tried to have a chat with Ellie Peck the other day. Needed some mooncalf fur. Very nice young lady, but could I get her to stop talking about whoopers and diricals?
I wouldn't mind a job at that alchemy centre in Egypt. Always been good at potions and the like. Seems a natural
I'd
fit
rather
for me.
scrape cauldrons than work with muggles.
Astonishing, really. That apart from those lucky enough to have a witch or wizard in the family,
Only a hairy-hearted
the muggle
sod would
world has
cast
never
a pendulum
truly
on a cow.
realised we exist.
Not saying I don't cast the odd cleaning spell when no one's looking.
Not a day goes by I don't use something I didn't learn at
Cannons a
Hogwarts.
thing or two about proper chasing form.
Thought forgotten she did. Had a bit of a rude awakening her first days at Hogwarts. No one catering to her every whim.
It's no wonder parents are exhausted all the time. I shall pour myself a fire whiskey the minute I get home and bask in the glorious
Thomas
peace of
Brown
a childless
is a
abode.
marvel, I tell you. I was looking for an impossible to find book on werewolves. No need to ask why. And he found a copy for me before the next full moon. Well, no need to look scared.
Found just the book on poltergeists I was looking for the other day at Tomes and Scrolls. No idea where that man finds his inventory, but it's marvellous.
Children from homes with more than one house elf are rarely self-sufficient, though, are they?
Oh, that's what the authorities are for, they say. Huh, try finding one.
If something threatens me, the first thing I cast is Protego.
I'm a bit worried that my nephew's a squib. Sits there like a lump every Christmas while all the other children have to be constantly reminded to put away their wands. It's not saying I mind, of course.
Hengist of Woodcroft certainly knew how to plan a city. I will say that I was relieved to have our family elf about when I was younger. Kept me from having to clear the doxies from the curtains each spring.
Relief washes over me the moment I return to London. Being amongst so many muggles is insulting.
Rebellion certainly never revealed the charm of my potions, Professor, back when I was at school.
I do so enjoy the days when the children are back at Hogwarts. Gives the village a choice burst of energy.
When I was a student at Hogwarts, my favourite class was astronomy. Kept having to tell my mother that it wasn't the same as astrology.
My plan is to have enough galleons one day that I don't have to work at all. I shall spend my days baking treacle
The
tarts and
herbology
de-gnoming the
professor at
garden.
Hogwarts could charm the scales of a dragon. I wonder what her favourite flower is.
Poor Mr. Ollivander seemed to spend more time cleaning up the shop from Eric's wall parts than actually selling things.
Boggles the mind that hundreds of us have run at the wall at King's Cross to get to platform 9 3/4, yet nary a muggle seems to notice.
I don't remember who came before it. Centaurs have never had much use for wizard kind, have they? Centaurs have never had much use for wizard kind, have they?
Ah, secret is do the hard work first and let the easy bits take care of themselves.
I do trust Augustus Hill's eye when it comes to fashion, truly. But I do wonder if he doesn't try to oversell it a bit. I left Black Rags last week with 4 new hats when I only went in for 3.
Remember, it might seem like harmless fun, but not when you've just had your hair done by Goliath's sled.
Oh, Farrell's Fabulous business took so long, I don't remember who came before him.
That's a conscientious and kind woman if ever I've met one.
I must say, I admire Serena Ross when she welcomed those types of
I have a terrible curse.
I could chance to get anything if I put my mind to it.
socializing together makes a nice change.
Did I see Otto Dibble from Glad Rags looking smitten with Rosie Hill the other day? Oh, wonder if Augustus knows his word was sweet on his daughter.
I'm the fastest walker this side of Dawn Strand.
Never trust a man who looks too smart. That's what my mother always said.
Did you know they call muggles no mages in
When you
America?
find a good opportunity, it's wise to seize it with both hands.
We're witches and wizards. We can conjure almost anything we need whilst bare.
First they're teaching students jinxes. Next thing you know, it's unforgivable curses. They're both utterly dreadful.
I wouldn't trade my wand for all.
My children do love her. But what I wouldn't give for a spell to keep my mother-in-law from visiting every week. Oh, and the sweets she brings. It's a wonder they've a tooth left in their heads.
I saw the Hogwarts caretaker the other day at the Three Broomsticks. Gladwin Moon, I think his name is. Regaling everyone with his tales, he was. You'd think he was
I'm used to catching a few glances.
Where he goes on.
Anyone can run a shop if they inherited it. I so enjoy chatting to Thomas Brown, but I'll never understand his fixation with Muggle Christmas carols. Perhaps it's the
Happiest day of my life was when my wife and I found out my daughter was a witch.
Morgan Le Fay got an unearned reputation, if you ask me.
For?
Myself, I've never been comfortable being waited on by anyone. I never get a single letter when she's away at school because she refuses to part with him.
I don't see why everyone has their wand in a knot about the dark arts. It's pushing the boundaries of magic.
Moon Carver. Very nice young lady, but could I get her to stop talking about whoopers and diricals?
I wonder if they'll ever find that golden snitch in Bodmin Moor.
For all we talk about them, I honestly can't remember the last time I spoke to a muggle.
My parents finally installed a fireplace. I was thrilled, except now that they're connected to the flu network, I'm expected to bring the children for dinner every Sunday. I wouldn't mind, but it's an awful roast they cook.
The world needs talented aurors now more than ever.
I heard that the Black family, as in Phineas Nigelus Black, decapitates their house elves. What a cruel family.
I will say that I was relieved to have our family elf about when I was younger.
I question anyone teaching defense against dark arts. Why take such an interest?
When I need to replenish my herbology supplies, I go to Timothy Teasdale at the Magic Neep. Easier on my nerves than dogweed and deathcap. Less poison and fewer spikes.
Wingardium Leviosa makes light work, I always say.
Should be hearing back soon about the position that opened up at the ministry. I sent my letter of inquiry last Monday.
Godric Gryffindor was the greatest duelist in history.
Hasn't been anyone as bad as Barnabas Deverell in a while, has there?
We had assumed that all the children would be sorted into Hufflepuff. Imagine our surprise when the youngest was put into Ravenclaw. Still, she has always been quite the reader, and she's quite useful when you have a question.
Pushing a plough is good,
I
honest work.
simply pretended
But I
that
shall
someone
move
had
to the
used
Muggles.
Expelliarmus, but really, I'd forgotten to bring it out with me. There's nowhere like Zonko's flying gifts for others or oneself.
When I need to replenish my herbology supplies, I go to Timothy Teasdale
The
at the Magic
ministry's
Neep.
good work if you
Easier
get
on my
it.
nerves than dogweed and deathcap. Less poison and fewer spikes.
I don't know about
My
Santos,
children,
but
and
there
my
hasn't been a
husband
dragon
for
in
that
history
matter,
worth
know
losing a
not to
hair
press
over.
me too much. I'm not above using a blasting curse in the house when necessary.
She had her own chambers. They were in the cellar, but you could still see, and they were her very own.
How is standing behind a till counting knuts and sickles considered work?
We treated our house elf quite well. She had her own chambers. They were in the cellar, but you could still see, and they were her very own. Revelio certainly never revealed the charm of my potions, Professor, back when I was at school.
What's more powerful than the dark arts? Not even love, I reckon.
Those that go to Azkaban never had a chance in the first place.
It's a good thing we have auras, is all I'm saying.
More than the best of an unearned reputation, if you ask me.
Oh, will there ever be another wizard as peculiar as you at Yogwart? I could transfigure anything if I put my
I've
mind to
dined
it.
in your house, and I can say that the experience would have been much more pleasant had you had a house elf in the kitchen.
Glad to live in Hogsmeade and not one of those provincial hamlets. That rivalry between Upper and Lower Hogsfield is the silliest thing I've ever seen. They're both utterly dreadful.
No need to worry about anyone ever activating the traitor in my house. Can't get my children to lift a finger, let alone a wand.
It's terribly upsetting to witness house elves punish themselves.
The young today aren't willing to put in the work to learn magic. Too busy with fizzing whiskies, if you ask me.
Hasn't been anyone as bad as Barnabas Deverell in a while, has there?
House elves are wizardkind's best friend. Always have been.
My appearance doesn't need the assistance of charms. I'm a natural girl. Did I see that you did in flashback looking at me with rosy hills the other day? Wonder if the Western Ladies work is sweet on the daughter. Practices of the dark arts should stick to fighting amongst themselves, if you ask me.
Like incendio. That's what my mum used to say.
Good thing the Ministry banned underage sorcery. Can't trust the young.
If anyone ever knew how to keep muggles out, it was Henry's the woodcraft.
If only I could invent a new potion, something indispensable, I'd be set for life. Not to worry, I like making. Don't know when students began arriving by flying carriage to Hogwarts, but after that dragon attack, I'd wager they'll stick to boats and trains.
There's not many don't fear me.
Those of us who are raised properly can pick up after ourselves. We don't need a house elf to do it.
Caught a glimpse of some muggles the other day hitting a little white ball around a large lone field. Muggles sports seem about as exciting as a bowl of porridge.
No one could charm a hairstyle like me. Smooth as a moon calf.
I'm forever at the Three Broomsticks, I am. When I enjoy my beverage, then I find myself still there hours later chatting away.
Anyone can run a shop if they inherited it.
One never knows when society will be thrown into the midst of unrest.
For all the faults, most muggles I've met seem quite pleasant. Get so tiring, wizardkind's constant battle with other beings. It's tempting to simply go and live amongst the muggles for a change.
I know someone who grew up with 3 house elves. Never had to tie a shoelace or fill a jug in his life.
I was top of my class.
Oh, I don't think anyone at the Ministry works a day in their life.
Who needs keys when you know Alohomora?
We could use a few more
I
house elves
honestly
in
don't
my
know how
house.
2 herbology
I wouldn't
shops
feel
can
right
prosper
asking
in
an
one
elf to pick
village.
up after me.
People must be brewing an inordinate amount of potions.
Historically speaking, there's never been a team like this year's Cannons.
When I need to replenish my herbology supplies, I go to Timothy Teasdale at the Magic Leap. These are on my... I told my nieces I'd leave my grandmother's silver cauldron to whichever one of them looked after me in my old age. They've each taken to checking in on me weekly. It's very nice, of course, but I'd say it's a bit too soon.
I do wonder if more families don't have secret family recipes. weird stuff like clothes these days that make endlessly evil look like heroes.
Good thing the Ministry banned underage sorcery. Can't trust the young. Those that go to Azkaban never had a chance to investigate.
I was simply saying before that I prefer guides on town on account of the wider selection of merchandise.
I must say, I admire the way you relational control types into the 3D aesthetics. So hard to see confluence and different lines you enjoy together by sticking on the change.
The young today are willing to put in the work.
Not saying I don't cast the odd killing spell when no one's looking. Oh, I don't think anyone is going to do it a day in their life. If I thought I could complete this story, I'd open the own having helped me. On second thought, I'd rather be the one drinking the bar with Kid and Boring. I just feel right asking you to stop talking about when I need to replenish my herbology supplies, I go to Timothy Teasdale at the Magic Nook. Easier on my nerves than dogwood and death cats. Less poison and fuse bites. Only a hairy-hearted sod would cast Defender on its heart. When I was a girl, I used to work with miracles. It was all dark lessons these days that make endlessly evil look like hero and demons to me.
Toby's little tale always made me wretched with her.
Why did you? Everyone in my family has been some way or not have been into a brief institution and managed to students do from there. First thing I taught them was how to do video potions.
I am not a bit of a combat man who was laid out to birth. No one ever got schools, classes, every student.
English and woodcraft certainly knew how to practice me.
Give the village a fight for both.
hasn't been anyone as bad as Barnabas Double in a while, has there? So the three broomsticks usually wins out. If it weren't for the cost of things these days, I'd be able to take a holiday for a long adventure. For years, my mother conjured anything my daughter wanted. Just the way she did. And a bit of a rude awakening my birthday breakfast, sleeping wrapped in our butterbeer and moving in it. Well, so ragged, I swear she took some herself those nights.
I have plenty of opportunity to pursue anything I want with brain. What the teachers would say.
Most of those Azkaban never had a chance in the first place. Wingardium Leviosa, like what I
We've done our fair share of black art and road.
I still can't remember the last time we spoke to him. Not fine of the hogs I didn't say. Surely less than about most of the time. My living is the blackness is sleeping wrapped in our butterbeer and moving in it. Well, so ragged, I swear she took some herself most nights. I wouldn't feel right asking an elf to pick up after
No need to worry about anyone ever
think I might have to
activating the
get
trace
one of
at my house. Can't get my children to lift a finger, let alone a wand.
My children do love her. What I would give her a spell style my mother-in-law from visiting us.
That young Otto Dibble at Gladbeck does seem nervous.
It's a wonder they were left in their heads.
But that still hasn't quite found his stride.
I told my nieces I'd leave my grandmother's silver cauldron to whichever one of them looked after me in my old age. They've each taken to checking in on me weekly, which is very nice, of course. And I'd say it's a bit too soon.
The tales of Beetle the Bard still ring true today.
I'd rather scrape cauldrons than work with money.
So your house elf doesn't
Working
work
or
as
not
hard as
working.
me. And sometimes I have to wonder for what.
When I was a girl, I used to work with unicorns. It was a wonder.
What's more powerful than the dark
Run
arts?
at the wall of King's Cross
Don't
to
even
get the
love, I
platform
reckon.
9 3/4, yet nary a muggle seems to notice.
Did you know they call
We
muggles
treated
the
our
Merry
house elf
Magic
quite
in
well.
America?
She had her own chauffeurs.
I've the
They
fastest
were in the
wand
cellar, but you
this
could
side
still
of
see they were her very own.
I'd take up herbology if it didn't involve so much dung.
Not a day goes by I don't wish I'd paid better attention in defense against the dark arts. The world needs talented auras now more than ever. I like baking.
Astonishing, really. That apart from those lucky enough to have a witch or wizard in the family, the Muggle world has never truly realised we exist.
I do trust Augustus Hill's eye when it comes to fashion, truly. But I do wonder if he doesn't try to oversell a bit. I left Gladrags last week with 4 new hats when I only went in for 3.
Much as they exhaust me, I'm a bit sad my last one's heading to Hogwarts soon.
I so enjoy chatting to Thomas Brown, but I'll never understand his fixation with Muggle Christmas carols. Perhaps it's the antiquated language that fascinates him, or the melodious dims.
Caught a glimpse of some muggles the other day hitting a little white ball around a large
Hasn't been anyone as bad as Barnabas Dudley in a while, has there?
as exciting as a bowl of porridge.
Responsibility is a good thing. Builds character.
Found just the book on poltergeist I was looking for the other day at Tomes and Scrolls.
Never had
No
to tie a
idea
shoelace or
where that
fill a
man
jug
finds
in
his
his life.
industry, but it's marvellous.
Oh, if any dark wizards come around Hogsmeade, I'll give them something to sniff at.
Wonder how I get on working as a referee for professional
Even the guard is a
Quidditch.
bit too hairy-hearted for my taste.
My mother's family comes from just outside Quidditch.
There's not many don't fear me.
I can transfigure anything if I put my mind to it. Old Spouthill Spavin's been
Sometimes I
minister for
wonder
so
if
long,
we
I
really
don't remember
need
who
this
came
statute
before
of
him.
secrecy. I'd be nice to reach out to the Muggles for a change. Think of the good we could do.
Revelio.
Simply horrible, the things I've heard Muggles do to women they think are witches. Abuse of goods belonging to Azkaban.
Should be hearing back soon about the position that opened up at the ministry. I sent my letter of inquiry last Monday.
My children do love her. But what I wouldn't give for a spell to keep my mother-in-law from visiting every week. Oh,
If the
and the
universal
sweet
hexagram
she brings.
is so
It's a wonder
sinister,
they've a sweet left in their heads.
You don't ever want to find yourself in the pocket of one most Cruciatus curse.
If it weren't for the cost of things these days, I'd be able to take a holiday somewhere.
Run, of course.
Not much of the dark arts that frightens me as long as I have me one. Never trust a man who looks too smart. That's what my mother always said.
Whatever my task,
I did
I
see
can
Professor
myself
Weasley in
knowing
the
that
village
some
today.
soul out
She
there
was
has a
stopping by
more
Tomes and
unfavourable
Scrolls.
lot in life.
I'd imagine she was organising spellcraft for some of the new students. Myself, I've never been comfortable being waited on by anyone, let alone an elf with no choice in the matter.
I wouldn't trade my wand for all the
You think
chunky
knowing
everything
spells
China.
would simplify things? Never seems to work that way for me.
Not saying I don't cast the odd cleaning spell when no one's looking. I can almost always spot a student who's just come from history of magic. It's
I think
as
we're
though
getting a lot
Professor
more
Beast
trade from the
drains the
Hogwarts
life out of
students
them with
this
his
year, what with
droning
Quidditch
monologues
being
on
cancelled.
goblin rebellions.
Poor children have nothing else to do with their spare time.
It's no wonder parents are exhausted all the time. I should pour myself a fire whiskey the minute I get home and bask in the glorious peace of a childless abode.
Dark wizards are greedier than Nicholas and meaner than trolls.
Find myself scurrying home at night these days.
I can almost
Don't be too
always
careful.
spot a student who's just come from history of magic. It's as though Professor Beast drains the life out of them with his droning monologues on goblin rebellions. Did I see Otto Dibbles and Gladrads looking smitten with Rosie Hill the other day? Oh, wonder if Augustus knows his work is sweet on his daughter.
I have a terrible curse where I can't
That's
lift
how you
tools or
get
do
out
work
back
of
at the
any
free
kind.
broomsticks when I was younger.
I never get a single letter when she's away at school because she refuses to part with him.
Dark wizards are greedier than Nicholas
If I had a
and meaner
nut
than
for
trolls.
every crapborn I chased off,
I was top of my class all through my years at Hogwarts. Oh, the work it takes to keep a clean house is staggering, even with magic.
Goblins have been running Gringotts since its bricks were laid.
have any of you been by Calliope Snelling's lately? Does wonders for one's image to have a styling done by her. Not saying it is you need it.
Levioso and Stupefy
Yeah,
combined
just-
should put any fruit in their place. I'm not sure muggles appreciate how simple their lives are. Ironically.
Diamond Alley's selection is impressive, of course, but I prefer the convenience and safety of our high street.
There's nowhere like Ronco's buying gifts for others or oneself.
Did you know that Albie Weeks has been designing his own brooms? Such an entrepreneur, that young man.
One never knows when society will be thrown into the midst of unrest.
Revelio certainly never revealed the charm of my potions, Professor, back when I was at school. Did you know they call muggles no mages in America? Just saying it out loud tickles me.
The ministry could work if you can get it.
to catch him a few glances.
Good to see you. Thank you, I'll meet. A little more. Revelio.
Spare a canut, a sickle, a galleon. Come now, don't be stingy. New instruments are expensive, you know. I could use some gold. Chips in the hat, if you please. Come now, don't be stingy.
Very possibly somewhat impractical.
New instruments are expensive, you know. Spare a canut, a sickle, a galleon. I could use some gold.
You think knowing spells will simplify things? Never seems to work that way for me.
Chips in the hat, if you please. New instruments are expensive, you know. Come now, don't be stingy. I could use some gold. Chips in the hat, if you please.
My advice on dealing with untoward matters is in for a canut, in for a galleon.
Spare a canut, a sickle, a galleon. New instruments are expensive, you know.
I think they have a winning time.
Come now, don't be stingy. Chips in the hat, if you please. Spare a canut, a sickle, a galleon. I could use some gold.
Revelio. Potato.
I've been told I have a winning style.
Revelio.
I've told my son never to raise. Well, in my view, there's nowhere more than.
A load more.
Talented auras now more than ever. If it weren't for the cost of things these days, I'd be able to take on. Centaurs have never had
Avada Kedavra is painless. Now utterly boring.
Old spout hole Spavin's been minister for so long, I don't know where he's going for it.
Welcome to the Og's Head. Any empty seat is yours.
Can I help you with something?
Hello, Lodgok. Serona said I might find you here.
She did she? Did she send you with news?
No, actually, I wanted to speak with you. It's about Ranrock.
Now I remember. The 3 broomsticks. Day of the troll attack. You're the student he's after.
I am, and I need to know what he and his loyalists are up to, so I can stay a step ahead.
Let's say I did know. Why should I trust you?
Serona said our interests may be aligned. Perhaps she was wrong.
Well, if Serona believes we have common goals, then it is possible that we can trust each other. Very well. I may know of something that could help us both. A way to get Ranrock to confide his plans to me.
I'm listening.
Years ago, a heinous witch stole a sacred goblin relic. Rumor has it that it now rests in her sarcophagus, in a tomb accessible only by wizard kind. Ranrock and I had a falling out a while back. The relic could well repair the chasm between us.
If I retrieve the relic, how do I know you'll tell me the truth about what Ranrock says?
We will have to trust each other. I, that you will not abscond with the relic, and you, that I'll share what I learn. Gather whatever supplies you may need, and meet me near the witch's tomb.
Revelio.
in the heart, if you please. I remember you. Your generosity helped me afford this rather exotic snake construction.
Does it get any more? I'm ready.
Good. There's no time to lose.
What precisely is the relic I'm to retrieve?
A valuable heirloom known as the Helmet of Urtgott. The witch considered herself a collector and purchased the helmet as a trinket. She cared not what pain she caused the goblins. Goblins believe that the rightful owner of any object is its maker, not its purchaser.
Wizard kind sees things differently. It's a wonder goblins and wizards have ever been able to work together.
The differences between our kinds are myriad.
They seem to be.
It may surprise you to know that I do not believe those differences always to be insurmountable. It is the reason I find myself traveling with you to this tomb today.
Revelio.
Ah, and there it is. The witch's tomb.
Oh, dreadful looking place, isn't it?
I wish you luck retrieving the helmet. As a wand carrier, you should have an advantage. Now, before you set off, do you have any questions?
What about this helmet makes it so special?
The helmet of Urtkot is an ancient and storied relic, forged during a time of unity among the goblin clans. It inspired greatness, that is, until it was no longer ours. Then it became something else. A symbol of what has been lost, of all that wizard kind has taken from us. Reclaiming it would mean a great deal to goblin kind, and to Ranrock. He would be grateful to me should I return it.
It seems Ranrock and Rookwood are conspiring. Why would that be?
I had heard this. When the dark-hearted conspire, they seldom make their full intentions clear to one another. I can only speculate, but I imagine their alliance is uneasy and quite fragile. Let us hope that ours is less so.
Don't suppose you have any idea what could be waiting for me inside the tomb?
Considering a Dark Witch was involved, I suppose there's a chance you may encounter the Dark Protectors, known as Inferi. The foul creatures thrive on darkness and the cold. Vanquish them with light, force, and, most effectively, fire.
It all seems clear to me now that we're here.
I do hope our alliance proves fruitful. Again, I wish you luck. I will remain here, eagerly awaiting your return. Please, be careful.